Hi there, Zane Hodge here with my partner, Buddy Bones, and we're here today to talk to you about nutrition. Just a few basics, nothing real heavy, but some things to get you started on improving your nutrition. First of all, why is it important? Well, it's important for several reasons. First reason is your health. What you eat, you are what you eat. You've heard that all your life, but it's very true. Not only that, but I can tell the difference in my own life and how it makes me feel. When I'm eating well, I feel better. And of course, to you guys, I know your nutrition is very important to your athletic performance. Hey, we're all about performance here. Buddy and I are. And one more reason it's important, and that's because you set an example for your children and for other people around you. You never know when you're going to inspire somebody to do a lot better. Now, let me give you a few tips. I've told you why it's important, but a few tips. Number one, the most important thing is to educate yourself. And by that, I suggest you read widely from a large number of sources. By the so-called experts. They don't have it all right. I remember my father telling me 40 years ago that the nutritional advice on eggs was erroneous, and now the medical profession is coming around and confirming that he was right 40 years ago, that eating eggs does not raise your cholesterol, for instance. Dietary, that is what you eat, cholesterol that you consume, does not raise your cholesterol. So educate yourself, read a lot of people, then you find out where the disagreements are. Read a lot of sources and you start making up your own mind about some things. Secondly, make small changes in your diet. I mean, don't go in and you're gonna change it radically and do everything different from one day. That's a good recipe to fail. Start with your breakfast. Think about some good options and fix your breakfast, and then move to your lunch, and then move to your supper, and make the small changes a little bit at a time, and over a period of time, you can live with those. Right, buddy? Yeah, that's what I told you. One more thing I think is very important. Never say never. Even Jesus said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. If you say you're never going to eat ice cream, or never going to eat pizza, or never going to eat French fries, or never going to eat white bread, it's about a 100% chance you're going to fail. All right? Now, you shouldn't eat those things very often. I don't eat them very often. But, you're going to eat them some. So when you do eat them in moderation. Portion control is very important. A couple of basics about nutrition. Protein is very important, especially when you're training like Buddy and I are. We're running, we're lifting weights, we're swimming, we're tearing down a lot of muscle tissue. Protein is the only thing that builds it back. Hey, you don't have to spend a ton of money. Off the shelf Walmart. It works, believe me. Always, and we'll do a whole video on our recovery shakes, but I believe in that. You need protein, you need fiber. The only place you get fiber is from plants. So eat a lot of plants. I always eat some plants with my protein recovery shake. Not only that, I mentioned education. Educate yourself on the glycemic index. We need to be steering toward low glycemic foods, especially the carbohydrates. What does that mean? A high glycemic food is a food that raises your blood pressure quickly. You want to stay away from those, or when you do consume them in moderation, and consume them with protein and fiber, which slows their ingestion rate. And we'll do a whole, we're going to do one on the glycemic index and on eating like a diabetic, which I think is the bottom line to it all. Stay away from processed foods. Basically, processed foods are things that have had a lot of things done to them. If it comes in a wrapper, now there's some exceptions to everything. Whey protein is highly processed, but it comes from milk. It's very good for you. That's an exception. Stay away from restaurants as much as you can, especially fast food. When you do go to a restaurant, make good choices, and I'll try to limit it to twice a week. I wish I could cut it out more. Every time I go to a restaurant, it doesn't matter what I eat, I'm 3 pounds heavier the next day. Bottom line is, you need to, hey buddy, what do you got there? Thanks. You need to allow yourself a treat every now and then. And I do this by eating a Snickers bar. Thanks, bud. No, you can't have any. I don't do this every day. I don't do it every week. But every now and then, this is how I reward myself, by eating a good old Snickers bar. Eat like a diabetic. If you don't know what that means, go to the Diabetes Foundation of Mississippi's website and start reading. You can find them at, what is it? Oh yeah, www.msdiabetes.org. Sorry. See you later.